Office receptionist wants my boyfriend to buy different flowers so she can post on social media. So my boyfriend buys me really unique bouquets, arrangements of flowers every now and then and sends them to my office. It always goes to the receptionist first as she has to check in all deliveries. So one day she calls me up, says I have a gift at the front, so I head downstairs. I go to grab them and she asks me to wait and back up so she can get the perfect picture of them. I was confused, but I let her take a pic because they were beautiful. I see on her Snapchat she took a pic of them captioning it, "Thanks so much babe, I love the flowers." I mean whatever, that's pathetic but who cares. She's known to do that all the time. Take pics of other people's cars, jewelry, etc and claim it as her own on social media. In a ho, I get another call months later for a gift at the front. Now this time I go down and she is picking out the flowers she doesn't like. I ask her what the hell she is doing and she says she wants to take another pic but doesn't really like the arrangement this time and maybe next time he should just get roses. I snatched the flowers away and told her off because, wow, maybe buy your own flowers then. After writing this out, it seems pretty stupid to get as heated as I did at that moment, but I was so shocked she didn't find anything wrong with what she was doing. I've been wanting to rant about that for a while. Those arrangements are insanely expensive, especially considering some random woman at your work is destroying it before you get to see it. As far as I'm concerned, this is an our matter for damaged property, and I'd tell her as much. Oh my god, they are. And they were orchids, but she rather have roses. To each their own I guess, but first she needs to actually get her own lol. Orchids are gorgeous, what's wrong with her? It's like one of those girls that does nothing but fantasize about romance novels and corny shit and hunky long-haired blonde sailors with their shirt 3/4 the way undone. Roses are probably the only flower she likes because they are romanticized the most. Or she has no idea that orchids aren't just some little trash flower from a roadside stand, but roses. In her world, roses are the top of the line flower. F guxy flowers. Roses are the stereotypical love flower. Seeing how shallow and insecure this lady was, I'm not surprised she's unsatisfied with anything but the obvious romance flower. Would report this to ours. That's F up. I'd be furious if I was sending an arrangement and someone was messing with it. He picks it out to look a certain way for you and you aren't getting to see that final product. She's got some F nerve. She's so insecure, why can't she just send herself flowers? That way she gets exactly what she wants without destroying someone else's S. How did she ever get employed with a brain like that? You were too nice. I'd have told her to stop vandalizing my gift before I report her. You're right. The first time I was too nice, but the second time you better believe I told her off. Regardless, she was unfazed, lol, she crazy. Just think of what she does to the delivered pizzas. Oh god. I don't like the way the pepperoni is arranged. I don't like the toppings you chose. Next time get a Hawaiian. Once worked at a huge building and was the only vegetarian. One special day they order pizza and my one nice boss orders me a special veggie pizza. The utter assholes I work with that made it a point to make fun of the way I ate. Made sure they all took a piece of it first as it had a note to leave for me. The few nasty ones that did this made a point to walk by me. I couldn't take breaks whenever like them and sniff, barely taste it, and loudly say gross. They then threw it away uneaten. Of course by the time I get in there, it's all gone. Only pep is left. I'm still mad I didn't say more, but people like this make themselves miserable. And at the end of the day my job and productivity affected how fast they could get this done. Comma. Yes, that's so much worse than my situation. The receptionist was an idiot and inconsiderate, but your coworkers were downright cruel. I'm sorry that happened. Government jobs are the worst. Everyone acts like a high schooler. The years I wasted there, I'm just glad I left, because it seems to taint people. I love that you're so send you flowers, keep the positive vibes, and don't let others bring ya down. Kind of off topic, but I used to work at a flower shop a couple of years ago, so somewhat relevant. You wouldn't believe the amount of women that send themselves flowers with card messages along the lines of "I love you so much babe, I can't wait to see you tonight," or from your secret admirer. If only the people who worked with them knew it was all a lie. This is what reminded me of the receptionist, as she seems like the type to do this. We would also have a lot of men sending flowers to different women on the same day, who were clearly cheating on their spouse. Edit. I honestly was not prepared for the amount of questions. I might do an AMA as someone suggested tomorrow, since I have the time for it, and can definitely get all down to the nitty gritty of the floral business. It is bizarre industry, and can divulge deeper into some of the craziest ones. Also off topic, but floral related, I once worked with a woman who was incredibly nosy. Another co-worker received flowers, and wouldn't tell the nosy lady who they were from. So nosy lady noted the florist name on the box, called them up and said, "Oh hi, I'm recipient's name and I didn't get a card with my flowers. Who sent them to me?" They totally fell for it and told her who it was. That's pretty ballsy to me. Holy yes, some people really don't have a life. Tell that to the woman I worked with that tried the same thing when I wouldn't tell her what company I was leaving us for. She had a history of finding out and calling up your future employer to try to get them to not hire you. The owner of my company does the same. He has a history of calling up other companies after you left to sabotage you. It baffled me. What does he have to gain at that point? Apparently he does it so much, no one takes him seriously anymore. This would happen quite frequently. We would also get a lot of spouses calling in asking about a charge from their bank statement, but they never received any flowers. If they weren't the person who ordered them, obviously their spouse who was cheating and ordered them for their side piece, then we couldn't tell them shit. I felt so bad for them every single time. That's why they were ordering multiples on the same order. So long as the wife isn't up to date on flower costs, she probably won't notice that the charge is double the amount. Had sent my mom anniversary roses when he was cheating on her. He left town a month later, about the same time the flower bill came to their house. The flower bill always comes due. What has bloomed will always die. I worked as a receptionist at an office and some flowers came in for one of our coworkers. I called her to the front and gave them to her. Right after she left, the other women in the front office all came to me asking who they were from. I said, "How should I know?" They asked me, "Didn't you read the card?" WTF. No, why would I? From then on, they didn't like me. It always blows my mind how nosy some people can be. Real professional right here. Have a nosy receptionist. I once baked macarons for a friend's wedding who happened to work at the same place. His wife and him got me a fruit bouquet as a thank you and sent it to work. It was addressed to him, but the receptionist read the card and saw it was for me and gave it to me directly. Friend wasn't impressed because he wanted to give them to me personally and missed out on my reaction. I believe it. Whenever I see people post flowers, gifts from sews on social media, that's kind of where my thoughts go. It's not even the flowers, gift that make me think that way. It's more about the poster, gift as constant social media posting and putting stuff like that out there for validation. That seems like a red flag to me. Oh, look what I got. I'm so lucky blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile I see it and think either the gifter did something wrong and it's a makeup gift, or B, the gifter feels guilty as hell about something and is trying to do grand gestures to make up for it. TLDR, posting gifts, flowers on social media to me is a red flag that you want everyone to approve your bad relationship choices. I agree. I very rarely post on IG or Snapchat. I brought the flowers right up to my office, took a pic for myself. They really were gorgeous and admired them from my desk. I don't see why I would have to tell everyone and their mother. OMG. This is hilarious. A girl at my work gets flowers pretty often, so I came home one day asking my husband why he never sends me flowers. He responds with, "That just means a dude keeps messing up. I don't know if I want flowers now." Get my wife flowers about every other week and I have a strict no posting policy because it's a regressive tax on happiness. People who are happy for you and people who are sad get more sad. People who are actually happy don't feel the need to post about it. What we've compromised on was she can send actual photos of it to our actual friends and family. I don't need strangers validating our happiness. As you said, for anyone who does, it's a huge red flag. I think it's weird that you think it would make sad people more sad. Even at my lowest, I'm glad that my friends have good things in my life. That makes you a decent person. I've seen a lot of emerging data about social media consumption as a whole. It seems that certain people compare their regular lives to the sanitized Instagram version of other people's lives, and it can exacerbate depression. Apparently there's a stronger statistically correlation of its effect on women than men. The strongest link being adolescent girls. That could explain why you may not be affected. I know I'm not either. I just try to be considerate of the fact I live in a society. Don't you know the main rule of social media? Whoever posts it first owns it. But no, seriously, I would have been taken aback too. I probably would have asked her why the hell she would put up a picture of flowers your BF gave you, claiming her BF gave them to her. Does she even have a BF? Or one that gives her flowers? Lol, she sounds a touch delusional. All in all, makes for a good story, though. Your BF sounds like a nice guy for being so thoughtful.